Sorry guys, I got held up. I usually stream at 6 p.m., but it's almost an hour later. Looks like my stream quality is kind of crapping the bed right now. But yeah, man, like I just actually got off a few closing calls for a client. Was really kind of nice. Um, Hold on, let me adjust my camera. It was really nice. Trying. It's always really fun doing a new offer because it always challenges myself, right? And I always feel like I'm actually struggling a lot whenever I go to a new offer because yeah, used to doing the same offers all the time, but working with a new client was really fun. So that's the first thing that happened today. Second thing, I actually asked the guest to be on my podcast, and he actually booked right after my call, and we just had a great convo. We talked literally for an hour, man. And I'm planning to have him on my like this guest on my channel. If you don't know, I pronounce his name wrong, Sagar. He is a pharmacy student. He's a pharmacy student that does daily pharmacy vlogs. And we are just talking about the future state of pharmacy and all that. And oh, why is my camera kind of messed up? And yesterday I actually watched Captain Marvel too, so pretty cool. Hey, says Seton. Seton also says week has been good, been enjoying spring break. You know what's really funny about spring break? I don't even know it's spring break because I've been out of school that long. But back in the day, I remember watching on MTV, like people used to go to different places for spring break and do like, I don't know, just party all the time on the beach and shit. So pretty fun. CK says, yo, how are you, Kevin? I'm actually feeling pretty good, man. I feel like I have a good routine. I'm in a good headspace. Like everything's good. Like I this weekend I went to Korean barbecue with a lot of my good friends. Really great people in my life, man. And I was just having a blast this weekend. On a lot of different closing calls, and life is good, man. Life is really good. I actually liquidated some of my assets to do something very exciting, which I will announce on my channel later in a bit later. But I think it's good. I'm going to do a separate video on that. I want to kind of dangle the carrot over you guys and tell you what I'm spending a lot of my money on, because it wasn't an easy purchase. It was a very difficult purchase that I had to think about back and forth, back and forth. I've been thinking about for almost a year now. Or has it been a year? Maybe more like within the last 6 months, right? So yeah. Uh, Richard Uzi. Oh man, look at that profile picture. Jacked, bruh. Kevin, you are the man. Do you think it's still worth it? Go to pharmacy school. I really want to, but I watch all your videos. Um, yeah, you know what the whole thing with the whole pharmacy thing, man? Like being worth it means something different to everyone, right? What's worth it to me versus what somebody else is, what it's worth to someone else always changes, man. And so you really got to ask yourself, what are the most important things I want to get out of pharmacy school? Is being a pharmacist something I really want to do? And I think it's like I was telling Sagar, like um Sagar, fuck, I can't remember his name. Fuck, that's so bad, so bad. I gotta get names right, man. But as I was telling him, I think one of the best ways to find like what you want in pharmacy is actually kind of taking reverse engineering everything. So find a pharmacist that you really like. And if you don't know, just start on LinkedIn. See the type in pharmacist and see all the different career options that you can do, right? And maybe I'll do a video on it. I just like honestly, I just don't feel like doing the research. So if there's an intern that wants to kind of research, I'll help guide you and do all the research with you, man. But if there's somebody that wants to help me out with that, I fucking hate doing that sort of shit. But it would do really well. Yeah, maybe I'll consider doing a video like that. But kind of like reverse engineer it, man. See like which pharmacists are really happy, which pharmacists do you want to talk to. I think that's a really great way to just get started, man. And just go backwards and reach out to those people and talk to those people, because I think that's the best way to figure it out. So yeah, man, it's a some people are really happy with it. There's more to life than just retail and retail community. I was gonna say community and retail, which are the same thing, but more than just community pharmacy, more than just hospital pharmacy. There's a lot of there's specialty. There's like you can work industry. You can work be a public health officer. You can do informatics. You can uh even do pharmacy consulting. I was listening to BT Consulting or whatever. She has a really great business model. I don't know her course. I actually really want to reach out to her and kind of have her on my podcast too. But there's a lot of careers within pharmacy. But if you want to be an entrepreneur at the end of the day, like my point is just like, why not just go straight for what you want already, right? Like it's kind of like if you are, oh man, I go through this? Yeah, I sort of went through this. So back when I was first dating, I always wanted the hot ABGs, bro. I always like was so attracted to them all the time. Like there's something with me and ABGs that I just love. I think I'm not the only guy that just is a sucker for ABGs. And for y'all that don't know what ABGs are, Asian baby girl. So really they just have this like, it's kind of like your bad girl look, right? And so who are Asian, right? So I was always really attracted, but I never felt self-confident in my decision. So I would date like non-ABG girls and girls maybe that I wasn't completely interested in, and which completely bit myself in the ass just because I didn't feel very confident. But yeah, over time, like when you do have confidence and you just go straight to what you want, imagine how much time you'll save yourself, man. Like, yeah, I need to date all these other people that I'm not really interested in. It's like, dude, if you like something, just go for it, right? And just really figure it out as you go, right? So I know that wasn't the best analogy. Give me like a C minus. I don't know. Give me a letter grade if you're in the chat. And start hitting that like button. There's 4 people in here, man. Let's get the views up for this video. But seriously, like I think a lot of time it's you just don't know what's worth it these days, and it's a really individual question, right? And I think like through the application process, you actually kind of figure that out too. You figure out what you really want, because if you like, my whole point was with Don't Do Pharmacy, that video was just to like, hey, think about what you really want to do in life, honestly. Like before you just jump into something because it's sounds like a good opportunity or you want to make money, like do stop and think it, because you're going to be committing to something for a long time if you do pharmacy, right? For me, I spent 11 years in pharmacy, and do I regret it? No, I learned a lot of good things, but honestly, if I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur a lot sooner, I would have shortcut that pathway a lot quicker. You know, I didn't have to go through all that sort of stuff that I did back in the day. So just my 2 cents, man. Anyways, how's the rest of you guys? How's your week going? Love to hear from you guys. And this week was actually pretty cool for me because I started I don't really do this as often, but I started cooking again, man. Been forever since I cooked, but I was making this like, I got really inspired by Bart's Stew, and I just started making like Korean stew at home and shit with like beef and vegetables and all that. It's actually quite therapeutic, not time efficient at all because it takes a lot of time to clean, wash, and all that sort of shit, but I was doing it, and I started tracking my macros again, trying to, you know, I've been weighing on the heavier side recently. I've been like about 200 pounds, like really, really, really fucking heavy for my size, man. But yeah, I've been doing that, making my own, just kind of like meal prepping and shit. And then been going back to jujitsu and really focusing on closing for different offers right now, and focusing on my high ticket. And just, when everything is in order, you feel you feel amazing. Like I was listening to Jordan Peterson's 12 steps to 12 rules for life, just the short version, just the short version. It was like a 20-minute version or something like that. But yeah, Michelle says, hi Kevin, what's going on? Michelle, tell me about your week. Tell me what's happening with my audience, man. So yeah, same with you, Richard Setson. If you're still in here, I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. What's something exciting that you're looking forward this week? As for me, I'm pretty excited for, what am I excited for? Somebody asked me to go to a school recently to do a talk. So I think it's for a talk. I don't know what he really wanted me to do, but he was like, hey, can you come visit our school and speak there? And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do this shit. Like, let's make this happen. I love talking to students and just interacting with the youth, man. I think that is like one of the best things that you can ever do. So yeah, man. So I've been doing that. A lot of different opportunities coming out. I think I'm doing my investing course launch later this week. So yeah, man, everything's gonna go live and we're gonna make a lot of money, hopefully, right? And I'm just so excited with everything I'm doing right now these days. Never really would have imagined my life to turn out this way. And plus it's hard, like it's not all sunshine and shit. I've was really, really, really tired, man. Like there was a point where I was just like crashing all the time. I was just exhausted, bro. Like exhausted, So, but taking some little time off, just getting some extra Z's in, sleeping, kind of reading again, getting in a morning routine. And I actually started watching Captain Marvel too. I saw Captain Marvel yesterday too, which was I know a lot of people kind of like shit on that movie, but it actually wasn't that bad. Like I don't think it was that bad. Really strong hook at really strong like thing at the end with Captain Marvel and the whole Avengers tie-in and stuff. Really, really, really cool, and it tells a lot of backstory. Marvel does a great job at telling stories. I think it was a decent first movie for a Marvel movie, man. Of course not all of them will be like Black Panther, man, but yeah, man, like I actually really enjoyed it. Although it was kind of like at times it was kind of like way too like woman power type of things at some points. I have nothing against that, but sometimes like when it's so in your face, it's just like, oh my god, it's kind of cringe, bro. So yeah, oh my god. And it's also I also downloaded this new app too, QuickBooks, man. So if you don't know, I've actually been tracking everything pencil and paper, bro. It's been like, oh my god, it's not pencil and paper, but when I say pencil and paper, I mean like by myself, and that was driving me fucking crazy. I gotta submit my taxes. But yeah, uh, yeah, man. So that's what's been kind of going on in my week and stuff. What else, man? Hey Kev, I love your content. I want to challenge myself with getting sales experience and try and networking. Uh and networking. I want to try HCC after saving up a bit, get a second job for this summer. And what else? What else is on here? Is that it? That's all. That's the whole comment, really? No? Fuck, I can't even see the rest of the comment. I gotta go into the regular chat. Um, but yeah, man. Even I think getting a sales job would be pretty good for anyone. I think it's like, so one thing I realized about life is that there's so many different like mediums for personal development, right? Sometimes it's like picking up girls or being a PUA to kind of like grow personally and stuff. Some people do it through that. Some people do it through Tony Robbins. Some people, but a really great medium is actually sales. And what do all these things have in common? Like starting a business, sales, and pickup artists. All of them, people like in all three of these fields, people are fucking scared to do what's hard, and because it's hard for a reason. Because if you want to do hard things, then you really have to do personal development and really focus on that growth, man. So, oh, dude, I'm gonna open up my YouTube for a second and just look. Oh, I got 9 people watching. Sick, dude. For those 9 people, hit the like button, bro. And I gotta make sure. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's getting cool. Let me. All right, cool. Dude, I wish I saw the rest of your message, CK, but I don't know what you're asking, bro. Oh, and Richard Uzi says, "Thank you, brother. Your reaction on my profile picture. Fucking love you, bro." It's all good, man. Yeah, man. I always try to kind of show love to my audience, man. Although like I've been really bad at responding to people and shit. I need to get better. Oh yeah, this is the second part of the comment that where's my comment section? Fuck. Hold on. Still getting used to all these apps, bro. I have so many tabs open and all that. By the way, getting a MacBook Pro, one of the best decisions in my life. I should have got it so much sooner, man. It's so convenient having like a up to date, like, or not up to date. It's not the newest one, but it's really great. Just hold on, let me, how do I show comments, guys? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, so this was Richard's comment. Sorry, I forgot to highlight it, bro. Right here. CK says, besides some wisdom from Seafood Dan, any ideas of getting started? No, just get started, dude. Just do something. Just try anything. Thank you for likes, by the way. I didn't see all that sort of shit, but honestly, just get started, man. I think sometimes we like, I'm the same way too. I like to overplan way too much, do so much upfront work without really taking in consideration that, hey, the best way to learn is like, yes, it's nerve-wracking. Sometimes we're just like, we need to do more to just put off things, but the best way to learn and get good at any skill, especially like with sales, and keep in mind, I'm not the best salesperson, but I am good at, I do think I'm world class at understanding people's problems and fixing them, right? And I think I'm really good at that. And what I'm trying to say is that takes time to develop, and so the sooner you get started, the better. Of course, it's just like lifting weights or anything. You just want to get the right form before you do something. But yeah, man, I think that is a great thing. How can I work for a health insurance company during pharmacy school? You can check different PDMs. Like, hey, why don't we do this right now? I'm going to do some research. Let me open up a browser, so when I type P, it doesn't pop up Pornhub, but PDM intern, pharmacy intern. Let's do some research right now. I can do it on this Mac, which is freaking awesome. Hold on for a second. All right, cool. PDM pharmacy intern jobs, right? This is all you, oh, sorry, PBM, sorry. I don't know why I always say PD, sorry, I'm like, guys, you guys are seeing like pharmacy benefit manager. Fuck. All right, cool. So let's take a look at some of these jobs. Do they have a intern job? Pharmacist intern job. I don't really know, but this is like literally how I do my research, and I'm just thinking. And sometimes I like to even type in Reddit. This is literally my thing, like out of state summer pharmacy interns. Looks like there's a whole community of pharmacy internships, man. Pretty cool. So pharmacy, like, dude, this is literally what I do half the time. Farm. I wouldn't be surprised, right? Pharmacy PBM. No. Pharmacy intern. Yeah, I don't know. But I would check on the job boards too. Like check on the maybe Caremark or Aetna or something like that and see if they have jobs. But I don't really know. And maybe ask some other people, dude. Sorry, can't really help. Hold on for a second. Let me go back to the video. Kevin, you send mixed messages like mad, bro. Seems like you're all about don't do pharmacy. And the next minute, how to prepare for pharmacy test. Lol, the F. Yeah, man, because the reason why, okay, so you might be watching this and you're just like, oh, Kevin, you're so polarizing, but I do it for a good reason. There's a really good reason why I do that, right? And it's because like you gotta realize I'm talking to different people in my demographic of pharmacists, like people who follow my channel. There's actually a lot of people who are entrepreneurial. So I'm talking, when I do those videos, hey, don't do pharmacy, it polarizes you. You make sure that you either go in one side or the other. You're like, fucking Kevin, you're wrong. Like, fuck you. I'm going to do pharmacy. And I've actually had that reaction where it wasn't fuck you, but it was just like, hey, Kevin, love your video. It actually really inspired me going pharmacy, right? Because it makes them realize that, hey, I'm not in pharmacy for just these 3 reasons, right? I'm in pharmacy for so much more. So you get that side, and then you get the side that totally agrees with me, and you're like, oh crap, I'm actually one of those people. So it's not just like so one-sided, right? So it has to do with like kind of like teaching and stuff. As far as like helping how to prepare for pharmacy tests, yeah, because people ask me. I put stuff like that because people ask me that. As long as people ask me questions, they see me as an authority in that they feel like they trust me, man. And so it is my responsibility to share as much of that as I can, you know? So yeah, I know it gets kind of confusing, and I tell people don't do pharmacy because I try not to impose my beliefs so much on other people, right? I don't believe a lot of people will make it in entrepreneurship. I don't believe that pharmacy is for everyone. People have to choose their own fate. And as long as I do my job of trying to give you the whole spectrum, it'll hopefully help you figure out the closer truth to what you want. Because oftentimes the truth is that your gut feeling is always right. Your gut feeling most of the time is right. It's completely right. So yeah, man, that's my 2 cents on pharmacy. Great. Let's see. Experience is a great teacher. Yeah, of course. I think here's I want to share a story actually. So I went out to Korean barbecue with my friend, and there was mixed levels. Actually, there's 4 of us, and it was very interesting. There was one person in the group who knew nothing, who wasn't. She's interested in entrepreneur endeavors, but she's never. I don't think she's left to do her own thing, right? So that was her. And there was another person who just started up their Facebook ad agency, maybe, and did Amazon FBA maybe about like for a year or so. And then there was me, who did he did closing and studied marketing for a long time, built personal brand and that. And there was a really advanced guy, and not he's like been in it for 5 years, all different experience levels. And when I told people like, hey, 5 months ago, I was like struggling firing my first client, like I think it was 5 months, maybe 6 months, I don't know. But a few months ago, I was like struggling with my first client, and they were all kind of shocked because it's my business acumen that kind of gives that confidence. I've been doing it for a long time. And they're like, how did you develop this? And I was like, I wasn't like this. And one of the quickest ways to further your experience is to leverage other people's experience. So meaning like, hey, surround yourself around top level people. So if you don't know, I have my own closing agency. I have my own agency services, but I also help people I'm on a closing team where I'm like, the guy is so much more experienced than me. And I think it's important to surround yourself around those people, because only then that's how you learn. You learn from people better than you. So if they're directly like talking to you, giving you feedback, I try to implement right away, man. And try to take things from that and apply it to my own agency and make those services a lot better, right? And we all win at the end of the day, right? So I do that. So I think having people who are a lot more advanced, like I have a consultant on my team, really one of my I would say at this point, one of my best friends that I really trust, right? A really close marketer, also consider him one of my mentors and best friends, man. Really, really good friend. I have different people in my life who are so much more advanced than me, and because I surround myself around them, it's like osmosis. You fucking learn and shit. And so that's why I'm saying, like, dude, you can really speed up your thing, and you can have the same, but if you don't spend your time around people who are that much better than you, who are black belts at their craft, then you're not going to learn as quick. Deloc Tube says pharmacy school was a mistake. Shit. Sorry, bro. Tim actually answered a question. The OG Tim says some schools offer rotation sites with PBM companies and departments like PNT committee. I doubt they have paid intern positions. I recommend working for a chain pharmacy in school. 75% of pharmacists are in retail. That's how you learn the foundations of a profession and learn humility. I think, like, and you know how everybody says like, hey, you know what? I want everyone to, like, some YouTubers will be like, I think everybody should serve food. Like my friend Joe, he always says, I think everybody should serve food. And the equivalent to that in like for healthcare is like, I think everybody should work as a technician at one point. and that's obviously really really biased, but you get to deal with so many different types of people, and you really learn how to read people. How do you know if they're lying? How do you know if they're upset? How do you resolve that? And it just teaches you so many of the soft skills, um so many of the soft skills of pharmacy. I think that's really important, and it's really important for entrepreneurship too if you want to go down that route. um Hopefully, like, you can, it's up to you, but I really think it's actually, yeah, you're right, Tim. Teaches humility. uh let's see. Angelo Gao says, hey brother, how you doing? I'm doing really great. By the way, guys, smash that like button. I really want this video to rank. So yeah, man, the more people that engage with this video, thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. It really actually helps my channel quite a bit. So I would love it if you could do that for me. Um, let's see. And Angelo, kind of quick question. How are you doing? I haven't really kept in touch with you. My bad. I've just been so fucking busy with my life, but love to hear how you're doing, bro. Hey Kev, would you talk about if having a girl has improved your life? Can't tell if I should get a girlfriend, bro. Haha. It's up to you, bro. I think like okay, this is my personal belief, but I think every man should go on a red pill journey. Not to the point where you're kind of like, when I said red pill journey, I mean like men going on their own way, not like victimizing women, but you should aim to really better yourself in every aspect, like date, wealth, health, relationships, like really create that alpha spirit within yourself and just indoctrinate yourself on the personal development. Because at the end of the day, weak men will not attract like hot, beautiful women. It's the truth. Unless they got some issues and it's a bad relationship already, you want to be the best version of yourself with what you have, and it'll just attract the right people in your life, guaranteed. Absolutely. That's why people like, that's why when you talk like real red pill, like I feel like there's a real red pill, like, dude, I think the foundations of red pill was really really great, but I think people, like, I don't know, there's too much victim mentality in those Reddit forums and stuff like that, Reddit pages and shit, subreddit, sorry. I'm too fucking old, bro. Thank you for the likes, appreciate it. But yeah, I think sometimes, like, and when you're in that stage, like, yeah, just do it. I mean, I think sometimes we think way too much, like, hey, should I get a girlfriend? Like, dude, just, why don't you just like try dating and see if that improves your life, and just set up a front hand, just be like, hey, I don't know if this is going to work out, and I just want to see if we could just be a good fit. If not, no hard feelings, man. We just go our separate ways. So also, Joe said you were smart as fuck with your spending last month. You were smart as fuck with my spending / money habits on his latest interview with David. So I gotta see that episode. I've catched some of their episodes, but I don't really know. But he said I was smart as fuck. That's awesome. Really funny, man. I was actually, it's so funny. So Joe is a really good friend. I was actually watching his Japanese curry video, and I'm not gonna lie, I ran out to go get some Japanese curry, man. And I was like, the other day I was like at like H Mart, I was like, where the fuck do you get bonito flakes, bro? And I was like looking around the store, and I was like, fuck, man. But yeah, man, I love Joe, man. He's such a great dude. How is pharmacy in Nevada and Arizona? I actually don't know. If you want, I can just grab some guests. Some of my friends that work in Vegas, and my good friend Mimi, she's still in pharmacy school, but maybe she can connect me with someone out there. But I don't really know, man. I have no idea. Kev is the only YouTuber who gives this much must respect to his subscribers. Hit that like button. Thank you, AZ. Appreciate it, man. No, but the truth is just like, I think, truthfully, I always try to ground myself, right? Sometimes the ego can take its toll and just run off, and you're just like, hey, I'm better than these people, but at the end of the day, like, I strive for one-on-one connection. I strive to help as many people, and I realize too, No, like I said, I've probably said this on almost every stream. People do not watch you. Like people do not are not entitled to watch you ever, right? You just attract in your life, and that's why I'm just like, hey, I humble myself. Like you guys don't have to watch me. You could be on, I don't know who's streaming right now. Oh yeah, my boy Matt Tran is streaming. You could be on his stream, but you're on my stream right now, right? It's not a competition either. It's just like who has engaging content in with that moment in your life, right? I don't look at it as competition. But like, dude, you guys are watching me, man. And it's freaking awesome, man. Cool. So, oh man. Oh, dude. So I kind of really want to tell you guys something like, but I know it's not the time because it's not official. I gotta send in the money, but I did something very, very, man, it was really, really hard, man. Joe's doing podcasts. Are you planning to get on it? So here's the thing with, you know what? If you guys want me to be on Joe's podcast, you guys got to spam his like comment section, man. It's really like, I feel very awkward to be asking. It's like asking to be on someone's house, right? Joe knows me. He knows my number and stuff. We talk every once in a blue moon. We don't talk that often, man. And, but we're still, it's kind of like one of those relationships where you don't talk often, but you know, you got each other's backs and stuff. Right. So I love Joe to death, man, but, it's not my place to ask to be on this podcast, man. So if you guys want me to be there, just like, be like, hey, interview Kevin Yee, just spam him, dude. In his comments, not his personal email or any of that sort of shit. Just like, let him know, man. And maybe he'll want it, right? If there's enough guests or enough people that are interested, maybe he'll do it. But I like to invite people on my podcast because it's fun for me. But I also kind of know my place too because I have a small dick YouTube channel. But you know what? My small YouTube channel is actually growing. I look at the analytics every single day, and I don't really have to do that much. And it keeps on growing, which really makes me really happy because even when I don't do anything, it's still generating passive money. And I think I'm mastering this kind of YouTube thing because look at all my biggest videos right now. It's actually a lot were from last year, like 2018, man. Pretty fucking crazy. But I'd love to do a podcast with Joe and shit. CIB 2019 says Angelo. I'm still thinking about it, bro. I want to go. I know I'm going to pick up an award if I definitely go for sure. Like, absolutely. I just got to make the arrangements, man. And I think I've been kind of stalling with that because I've just been so busy, man. I know that's a horrible excuse because I'm one of Dan Locke's really, I would say like, I don't want to say Dan Locke's like most realist like student, but I feel like for like a lot of people, there's a small community within HTC that really gravitates towards me just because they're really authentic. Not to say the rest of the community isn't authentic, but there's just like something about sharing like emotion and just like kind of like just being raw and real, man. Just like, yeah, just being real, man. I do so bad when I have to like put on a fucking face and shit and just be like, hi, my name is Dan Locke. I can't do that shit, man. And be so authoritative all the time. Like if I'm in the moment, yes, I can do it. But I'm learning to channel my emotions a lot more. But I still want to be real to myself. Tim Kirk says, is there anything I miss about the pharmacy practice? Yeah, of course, man. My patients. I miss them. I miss those times where we used to just shoot shit in the pharmacy. I remember when crypto was like going crazy in 2017. Wow, that was 2 years ago. 2017. And it was going crazy. And I was talking about Bitcoin and Litecoin and all that sort of shit. Like Ethereum. And man, it was such the hype. And one guy was just like, oh, man, it's doing really like, he was like, hey man, can I grab your number? I want to know a lot more about it. I was like, dude, I could talk about this all freaking day, man. I love crypto, man, back in the day, but I don't really follow crypto as much, but I miss my patients. Like I still think about them. My technician is still there, so every once in a while I'm just like, hey, how's blah blah blah, you know? And he's just like, yeah, they're doing really well. They moved, they're having kids, and man, it's just like when you spend that much time with your patients, you can't help but care about them, you know, and think about, hey, where are they today? What are they up to today? I actually ran into one of them at Runyon Canyon. We were just I was just going hiking, and then he was like, hey Kevin. I was like, oh shit, what's up? So it was really, really, really it was really cool just seeing them. But I do miss my patients. As far as taking care of patients' health, I also miss the intern part. That's why I have a pharmacy mentee, because I like to kind of be involved in the community. And if any of you guys are interested in like a mentee type of thing, I probably will do like a last round of like beta students and stuff like that. And then I don't know what's gonna happen from there. I'm getting really busy these days, so it's getting a lot tougher for me to take on students and stuff, but I still make the effort because I know that one-on-one connection always pays off. There's always students that really, really need some direction and help in life. So yeah, man, shoot me a inbox message, and maybe I'll create an application and stuff for you guys to fill, because I just want only serious people that really want a lot of value and stuff. But I miss my interns. I miss the pay, the consistent pay, bro. Life as an entrepreneur, it's like up down, up down. Oh, bad client will like not send you fucking payment, and you're like, fuck, what do I do? I have this bill due. It's very stressful. So I miss that part. But there's also a lot I don't miss, right? I think there's a lot more that I don't miss. Like I don't miss going into work. I don't miss being around negative people. I don't miss like having people like being part of the whole opioid like crisis type of thing and managing that. I don't like being told, like not told what to do, but I don't like being surrounded by people who don't believe in personal development. uh it's just such a fake. I don't like the fake environment too, man. That's just not me, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Yeah, sure, you can like put on a tie, put on your white coat, smile, and pretend you fucking like it, but I think it's so much. I think that's a fucking problem, dude. Like it's pharmacy for me, it was like getting really inauthentic, and I was getting really burnt out, because you have to, it's like this professionalism that you have to maintain, but yeah, at the same time, like there's a lot of fakeness happening, which is not cool, you know. And I don't know, man, that's just how I felt maybe about corporate pharmacy. So yeah. Makes sense, says Setson. Sorry, I don't remember what you're referring to. What are your favorite podcasts right now? My podcast, Entrepreneur Next Door and Pharmacy Podcast. I don't know. No, my favorite podcast I listen to is I actually like Genius Brain a lot. So that's Joe and David's podcast. That's actually pretty good. Been listening a little bit of Ryan Higa. He's pretty cool. Also been listening to, I always listen to Joe Rogan. He's like my top guy. I've been listening to Lag TV as well. So they talk about gaming and stuff. Still a nerd, man. Like after all these years, man, you think the gaming bug would leave you, but I'm a fucking nerd at the end of the day, man. But those are some of my favorite podcasts. I don't really listen to too many business podcasts, because for me, like podcasting, I just kind of want to take a step back. From business sometimes to just learn about what other things are going. That's why I love Joe Rogan, because he has like entrepreneur podcasts, and he has like MMA podcasts, he has jujitsu people, he has random people go on, and it's just like, dude, I learned so much about the world. And I think those podcasts are actually the best, but the hardest to grow, I would say, in 2019, because it's so saturated. The reason why Joe can be so omnipresent is because he has such a large audience, right? So been listening to those right now. Have I ever been in a dark funk? How do you get out of it? You want to know a fun fact? Yes. Like, and this is one thing I've been noticing with all entrepreneurs, actually. Even the most successful ones, everyone has had a dark moment. Every single entrepreneur has had a dark moment where they want to actually kill themselves. But it was through that darkness where they're like, you know what? There is no going back. I don't ever want to be in that place. So you force yourself to grow through the mediums of personal development, if that makes any sense, right? So yeah, I've been in a dark funk, and I think it's actually really important to go through a dark funk. So just acknowledge it. I think part of getting in a dark funk is just realizing that you're in it. Realize that a lot of stuff that you tell yourself is not true because we're so focused. When you're in a dark funk, you're so fixated on the negative, what I'm not doing, what I don't have, stuff like that. But we forget to appreciate the other side. And that's why gratitude is so important, because in our life, especially with education, where hey, you get one thing wrong, you're a fucking failure. You know what I mean? Like with the school system, our parents, even at work, like where they rarely ever appreciate you, man, for your hard work. Sometimes it's you don't see the other side too, and I think it's somewhere like within a balance, right? Because if you are too far to the other side, like you're overly optimistic and stuff but not realistic at all, like, I think that's equally as dangerous, right? So I like to be kind of positively optimistic, man. And I think the best way to just like get out of funk is just control one thing in your life, because oftentimes when we're on a dark funk, um it's because we feel like our lives are completely out of control. So focus on one thing, whether that's health, whether that's getting up early in the morning, whether that's reading. Try one thing. And I actually have an article about depression. If you type in depression and depression and refugee hustle, it will pull like that. I talk all about that, man. uh Kev, how's your team doing? My team's doing pretty well, actually. We're all on the same offer right now. I've been getting more and more clients coming through my door asking like for my services. Not all of them are qualified, but it's actually going pretty well. But things aren't. You know what? I'll just be real with you guys. I'm still like I want kick out. I wanted to make sure all my core team members. So I have a core team. I want to make sure that they all have like a kick ass influencer, man. But I know things have been really changing where we've been focusing a lot more on getting our FU money by any means, man. So yeah, and I think that's the thing with high ticket closing sometimes. It's really hard to find a great client. And I'm lucky that we found an amazing client, man. And it's literally changing our lives right now. But it took a long time to find them. Um Corporate, and I'm not talking about fucking Dan Locke, by the way. Tim Kirk says corporate bullshit is the best part about being out of retail. How do you get your health insurance as an entrepreneur? It's actually very interesting. I actually have to sign up, and I just go through Covered California right now. So recently, but when I first lost my job, I was actually on Medi-Cal, dude. When I first lost my job and I wasn't pulling in any income at all, like yeah, I was on Medi-Cal too. And it's just like, oh, now I see the other side of the spectrum when you don't have a stable job. And it's very expensive as an entrepreneur to afford things like healthcare and stuff. It's not a fun thing to not have. Hey, Kev, quick question. Do you wake up motivated? Because recently I've had real struggles getting myself out of bed and start the day. Any advice? Um, Sometimes you just have those days, bro. Sometimes we're not robots. We're not always going to be like, hey, this is the best day of my life. Even Tony Robbins probably has really bad days, right? But I say like, that's why setting routines when you're hot is really, really great, because, and I think it's important to kind of dial down a little bit too. Like for me, I jump out of the, like there's some days I'm like, let's do it. Let's kill it. Let's go to gym, work out. And then there's other days where I'm just like fucking dragging my feet out. And I'm just like, fuck, why am I here? Today is really hard. I don't want to do this. And I think those days I give myself a little more compassion, because I know like going balls. So I know going balls to a wall, like whether business or anything like that, when you're in an emotional slump like that, it's important to show up, but it's also important to kind of be strategic about like working as well, energy management and stuff like that. You really got to do an audit too. Like, hey, what is exactly is draining my energy, and what is putting energy into my life? I know that's kind of woo woo concept and shit, but my marketers actually suggested it, so I think that's really good. So, um, yeah. So, oh, by the way, like back to you, Tim. If you're like if you have questions about health insurance, man, I think like a lot of entrepreneurs like really struggle with that, man, because it's really expensive. I don't know if you guys know, but it's about 100. Like, dude, here in California, it's like almost $180 per month and stuff. Pretty costly, man. And it's just like for a young demographic for us, um, it's really kind of a ripoff, dude. At the end of the day, like having preventive care and having like, dude, you can pay out of pocket for everything. It'll still be cheaper rather than paying the 180. But you know, that tis this life, man. I wonder what life would be with Universal. Not saying that we should go that route, but I'm very curious about that too, man. But we can look at places like Canada where providers aren't getting paid shit. But yeah, very interesting place where we live in America. Woo, man, I've been talking for, dude. So it's been pretty crazy. So I've been talking for, so my YouTube counter says I've been talking for 46 minutes. And then and then I was talking for like almost an hour 15 on our podcast just now. And then I was talking to another couple about a program that that I was closing for. And then, oh my God, it's like nonstop. But that's why I love what I do, because I get to talk and interact with you guys all the time. Anyways, I'm going to give it a few more minutes. So if you guys got anything you want to ask me, put it in the chat right now. I really love these Sunday streams, man. I look forward to it every single weekend, man. I was actually gonna have one. I actually got a channel manager recently, so he's gonna be helping me. For y'all that don't know, I actually turned my channel into a brand channel. I'm not sure if you guys know. You guys probably wouldn't know unless I told you, but I actually turned my channel into a brand channel. So pretty excited for that. And now I can start scaling with that too. Toy junkyard. I'm out of retail, going to a call center, do side hustles. Gabrielle says, hold on. Gabrielle Pock says, hey Kevin, what's your thoughts on pursuing a dual degree while in pharmacy school? Well, you gotta ask yourself, what's the point? Like, what are you trying to go for, right? I think it makes a lot of sense if you want to do business and you want to do pharmacy MBA. That makes sense. Or pharmacy JD, that kind of makes sense too. Like a pharmacy JD program makes a little sense. But if you're doing something like pharmacy MD program or some shit like that, I don't know if it's really worth it, man. And you really gotta ask yourself, what kind of job do I want? And I would really ask yourself, like, rather than just like doing things just for fuck's sake, I would really say, hey, figure out what kind of career you want to go down first. What kind of career do you want, and reverse engineer it. See what other people do. I mean, chances are you probably don't need the dual degree. I'll be honest. I don't think it's a good ROI. I don't think it's good ROE, return on energy. I just don't think it's worth it, to be honest, doing a dual degree. I mean, but like I like sometimes it makes sense though. Like if you get like a master's of public MPH, right? A Master of Public Health, that might make sense on top of like a PharmD. I don't know. It depends where you want to go. But does it make sense to do PharmD, Masters of Public Health in community pharmacy? No way. That's just extra money, right? Same thing, like, I don't know, unless you're like a high level in pharmacy, does it really make sense to do a PharmD MBA, right? I know this one pharmacist has a PharmD MBA, works retail community, and we're in the same place, same pay, same everything, man. So I don't think I think that is probably a bad decision, but it depends on you, man. So do PharmD is actually pretty good. I haven't really talked to anyone, so if you guys know anyone that has their PA PharmD, I would love to, like, I'll probably reach out to one person and just interview. Studying contraceptive, any quick dude, contraceptives are so freaking hard. I was actually one of the first like pharmacists, maybe not in the nation, but like pharmacists in, at least in California, who furnished contraceptive, by the way. So that was pretty cool. But I don't have any quick tips. There's so many, dude. It's kind of fading away now for me. But yeah, it's like there's so many factors, like so many factors. I don't have any good like mnemonics or anything like that for you. And plus I've been out of it for a while, so I'm not as fresh as I used to be, man. Um Oh, Lemon wants to know the juicy stuff. Do you know what happened between Kayvon and Dan Locke? Um, I've heard a lot of rumors, man, but at the end of the day, I don't want to get like fucking on the bad side of Dan Locke and just be like, "Hey Kevin, why did you talk about that?" No. I don't really know because I don't really talk to Dan Locke and stuff like that. I just hear rumors, right? I hear rumors that he was like starting up his own program or something like that, or like was trying to poach people and whatnot, but like at CIB last year. But I don't really know, to be honest with you. Like and here's the thing, I really don't care that much, to be honest with you, because here's the thing, right? Like I'm always a huge believer of just staying in your own lane and doing what the fuck you want, man. You don't want to too many tangents. Like you don't want to distract yourself with like external bullshit and like fucking drama and shit. Although drama, like I like to watch Jersey Shore and stuff. That's one of my like the things I love watching that I probably should not watch, but I just love that. But as far as real life, I just don't want too much drama in my life. So I don't really know what happened. I know Kayvon just recently, because of another student, like he told me that Kayvon started his own course, and I was like, oh cool. And I thought it was pretty freaking funny that like Kayvon was doing a high ticket closing course, or closing secrets, and he was only charging $500. I'm just like, shit, man, you need a new marketer, bro. It's funny, but it's all good, man. Um, and Gabrielle Pock says, thanks. Yeah, cool, man. Glad I could help. I mean, Gabrielle, are you still here? I would love to hear kind of like what kind of directions you want to go into and head out. Like, what kind of direction are you thinking about going to and whatnot? By the way, I just want to give a quick shout out to Steven. Really cool guy. Met him through HTC, also a pharmacist too, man. Really cool. Like, dude, really, really, really proud of you for even just thinking about doing something like sales and stuff like that, or closing. And I think at the end of the day, it makes for a better pharmacist because you can really communicate a lot better, right? A lot more easier, right? So, um, Lemon says, haha, cool. I think you should make sure that there's actually a job. Yeah, see, this is the same thing that Tim and I agree on, is like I think you should make sure that there's actually a job for the degree that you're trying to attain. A lot of schools just create degrees just to charge tuition. That's completely true. I would say, like, take it one step further and find a job that you actually fucking want and just reverse engineer it. I highly doubt, like I said earlier, I highly doubt that you need dual degrees most of the time. Like, dude, at the end of the day, the biggest thing that people like degrees because honestly, it's kind of easy. I'm not saying the workload is easy, but the thought process of making a decision to just like, I'm gonna do this degree, the plan is already laid out, groundwork is already laid out, tons of people are doing it, so that's for certain, right? But you know what's even better than a degree? Actually, connections, meeting people, meeting top level people and connecting with them, right? That is the hard thing. It's not fucking easy. It's not easy at all because you have to kind of figure out your own path, right? But if you know someone, like how many times, like in your life, like if you have not, I can't think of retail, but maybe if you work restaurant, how many times have you given the homie hookup to your friends, right? In your life, right? If you had a really, 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 I'm trying to think of a good homie hookup story, but I can't think of one. But what I'm trying to say is like, you have a really, really good friend and you're really, really close to them, chances are is that they'll help you out further down the line. Let's see. Kevin, are you HTM leader? Actually, I'm not the HTM leader. Yeah, and I left for my reasons. To be honest with you, it just didn't fit my vision. To be honest, like to be completely honest, it didn't really fit my vision, man. I really wanted to do more my own thing, and I think that's perfectly fine too, right? I truly like I respect Dan and stuff, but like what was being offered in HCM wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What's your favorite dance move? Oh man, dude, I've been like trying to watch the Orange Justice dance from Fortnite, bro. Everybody's trying to learn floss and shit, but I think the Justice dance is pretty funny. I don't know, man. I used to be really, really into dancing. I used to be able to do like a lot of cool moves and stuff, like the LMFAO dance and shit. But I guess like dancing kind of faded with me. Like I'm not as passionate about it. I don't practice. I was really, really into it at one point, but you only have so much to do. You can only do so much actually, sometimes, right? And dance is just not diminishing returns, right? I'd rather be a lot like great at something else, right? So, yeah. So for dance, oh, man, I miss it sometimes though. I used to, it's so funny. Like me and my friend, we used to sneak into dance classes all the time, and we were homies with the instructor, and just like go every single night. And it was really, really fun. And then we used to practice different things that we saw on YouTube. Man, that was the good days, man. But sometimes you grow up, and that's why I'm always an advocate of like, hey, enjoy the life stage that you're in. We actually talk about it on podcasts. Like if you're in pharmacy school, well, just enjoy it, man. Like that is such a beautiful time because you can only be a student once. Then once once you graduate, you're graduated. You can't go back to be. I'm not gonna go back to pharmacy school. Like, dude, I graduated. And what was really, really, I want to tell you something. I got pitched to go back to pharmacy school by this. I don't know how they pulled my name, but dude, this school basically sent me a freaking letter. Hey, do you want your PharmD? I was like, hey, I already got my PharmD, bro. Like, I don't need another PharmD, but man. So it's pretty funny. How often do you go live? I go live every Sunday at around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Steve Edwards says, hey, what's up? What's up, Steve? But yeah, I do try to go live, and recently I've just been doing it more chill style. I don't really have a particular topic. There was a time where I was just like trying to do more focused live streams and stuff, but I realized like right now I like the laid back live streams. I don't need catchy titles for everything. Just having a stream, just connecting with people is really just good enough for what I do, and I think it's great to have that. Now my edited videos have to be a little more structured because otherwise you guys will just click off. But in general, like I like doing lives because just builds a really strong community, man. Sean Moore says, I'm in my junior year of high school. I'm having trouble getting my first client to close for. Do you have any tips? I actually have a whole playlist coming out very soon. I'm going to be doing this show on my YouTube channel called Coffee and Closing, but I'll give you a sneak peek, man. I think one of the easiest ways to get your client is, I know you're very young, so you probably haven't, the strategy might not work for you, right? Like, I think the easiest way is just to talk to the people. Well, first of all, never pitch, right? Never pitch high ticket closing. You should be focused on knowing more people. And by knowing more people, what happens? You get to know, like, you get to meet more people and talk about their problems. And only if it makes sense for them. Hey, I'm not trying to pitch you. I'm not trying to do a sales presentation, but honestly, I might be able to help you. If you want to talk about it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. So just focus on meeting more people, I would say. But for me, I used to go talk to people I bought for. I bought 40K worth of courses and stuff. And believe me, not all of them really had high ticket, to be honest with you. A lot of them don't have high ticket, man. So, and that's perfectly fine. And people will remember you because what's really crazy? Like, people will send me opportunities for high ticket closing over and over and over again. It's really amazing, man. Thank you, Kev. You always help with your answers. Everything makes perfect sense. Awesome, bro. But that's a really great way. And then guess what? If you can't, I don't know when this video is coming out. It's a really juicy video. I should probably drop it sometime soon. But I basically go into like my S-curve theory and stuff like that, where you if you can't get the top influencer, you go after this, you try to talk to the students and stuff like that. Like I have that strategy, and I'm going to release it to the public. I was going to put it in my course, but it's not coming out anytime soon. And it's just like, oh, whatever, like just give most of my content for free. I don't care. Steve says, congratulations for getting accepted into a PharmD school again. Yeah, so funny. If you want, guess what? I'll read it to you. Oh, dude, I'll read it to you guys, and then I'm going to head off. Hold on for a second. So, okay, guys, time to read it for you guys. Okay, so this is really funny. So I got this letter from should I mention the school? Yeah. Oh well, the title is like Pharmacy is American is a Family Affair, right? So it must be a new school, honestly, because they don't do their research. They just sent me a cold letter. Dear Kevin, blah 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 Health Sciences, that's the school name, is excited to announce the start of its inaugural first cohort for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree in 2019. This is an accelerated Doctor of Pharmacy program that will take the successful student only 3 years to complete and enter a job market. Some of the advantages of our PharmD program include a learner-centered education environment, highly qualified faculty and preceptors with expertise and training, strong affiliations with community partners, preparation to direct patient care to vulnerable populations and improve quality of human life, a rigorous curriculum with interprofessional focus. Let's be real for a second. That's like every freaking pharmacy school. Whoever wrote your fucking copy, man, that is fucking bad copy. You guys gotta get a good ass copywriter to do better job than that, because guess what, everybody knows when they read that shit, it's bullshit. No offense, man. If you want a copywriter, you can come to me, man. This will be both a spiritual triumph in acknowledging that all things are possible through Christ, and apparently this is a religious school, and what we hope shall be the beginning catalyst of change and expanding the pharmacist's scope of practice, just like every other school. In celebration of our 25th anniversary, and in honor of our pharmacists and their families that have chosen to answer God's call to care, we offer Pharmacy Family Affair program by lowering the cost of education of up to 12%. 12 fucking percent, bro. If you are interested in our Pharmacy Affair program, and probably you guys can look up the school, but whatever, please make an appointment with our admissions office by visiting blah 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 website, by clicking on request information under admissions menu, or simply call today at XYZ phone number. Let the next step of your educational journey take place with us at X School, where we deliver a learner-centered, evidence-based, research-driven, and community patient-centered education that helps answer God's call to care. Sincerely, the founder. Man, that is like the fucking... You know what? You know what pharmacists fucking suck at? They suck at writing copy, bro. That is really bad copy. Like, dude, who the fuck are you? Oh, man, I don't know. It just bugs me so much, man. It's just like, dude, that is unprofessional. Wasting someone's time with that is fucking unprofessional. I think that's fucking funny, though. Like, I think it's freaking hilarious, man. So... looking to expand your team, let me know, Angelo. Right now I'm not. I gotta really take care of the core team. If I do expand, I'll let you guys know, man. My channel will be the first to know, but I'm actually not looking for anyone right now, because I think it does injustice to kind of just let people on my team. But anyways, let's read some of the things. What kind of courses are you making? I'm doing an investing course and teaching people how to get high ticket clients, man. Tim Kirk says, I got the same letter. It's a joke. Embarrassing for our professions. Yeah, it's like fucking cold calling, bro. Like, oh my God. Incredible sales copy. Better frame that, lol, says Steven. That's so funny. You know, speaking about copy, man, the worst way that you can start off a letter is like not having attention. Really, let me read this for a second. So for the first sentence, XYZ Health Sciences is excited to announce the first start of its inaugural first cohort of the Doctor of Pharmacy program degree in 2019. Honestly, does anybody give a fuck that you're the first cohort? And second thing, it's just like, this is a new school. Are you guys accredited? It brings up so many bad things. It's just like, dude, the first thing you should focus on is like grabbing the attention. What do people care about? Right? Maybe ask a question. Hey, do you want how many pharmacy schools are out there? Oh, you can ask this. What if a pharmacy school could actually, like, what if you went to pharmacy school and actually could find a job after graduation? We help with that. Bam, that already catches my fucking attention. It's not the best copy, but it's better than that piece of shit, man. Oh my God, brah. G Money B says, sup playboy, what's the letter about? It was like some fucking letter I got to redo my farm fucking D, bro. Like, oh my God, it's so bad. The Dan Locke do their copy. Pretty sure the new grads will be getting $35 an hour after this school opens, lol. I mean, like 12% off tuition, right? Let's say it's $40,000 and all they gotta do is just raise it by 12%, and then guess what? They get their original. So you get $5,000 off per year. Not bad, I guess. You can buy yourself a really nice MacBook, I guess. Kevin got accepted a PharmD program again. Are you making more money as before as a pharmacist? Not yet, to be honest with you. Not yet. But I'm definitely on the track, and I'm like, especially with this new client, we are killing it. So we'll see. I'm gonna let you guys know when I hit like that break, like that mark where it's just like fuck pharmacy. But I'm not at that part yet. But I also think too, it's just like at this point, no money could bring me back to pharmacy, man. Even $1 million, I'd be like, no, what? Perfectly happy right now. I'd rather just eat what I kill and just really not self-made. That's not the right word, but like, gosh, just do something a lot harder, man, and a lot more fulfilling. Redo your PharmD. Why the fuck would you do that? Laugh my ass off. That's what I'm saying. I was like, how the fuck did you get my name, bro? Like, dude, maybe it's a good idea to pitch all the pharmacists off the California Board of Pharmacy list. No, I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. I have no idea. But that goes to show you, man. That's like they're wasting really good money because guaranteed they paid for some sort of list that wasn't mined appropriately. And I don't fit that. Maybe it's just that one entry that they fucked up. But anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. I'm like really hungry. I'm really thirsty. I said I would jump off a while ago. But yeah, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Hopefully, if you guys want to catch me next week, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later, guys. Peace.